everyone, Prestissima here. Today we're going to learn an American folk hymn called How Can I Keep From Singing? How Can I Keep From Singing is a beautiful song about singing. Let's get started. All right, How Can I Keep From Singing uses notes from the E major scale. We're going to be in the key of E major. Do we remember our E major scale? Remember, we have 4 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. So let's give it a try, starting on E. Ready? Here we go. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E back down, D sharp, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. Whew, good job on that one. All right, so our time signature is 3/4. We have 3 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. We'll take a quick peek here. Ooh, lots of 8th notes, right? So definitely we're going to be subdividing in 2, okay? And then we have a pickup measure. So this is the and of 3 because there's 3 beats per measure. So we're going to come in on the and of 3, and then this is the downbeat of 1. So I'm going to count it with you. I'm going to go ahead and point, so follow along with me. I'll count off 1 and 2 and 3, and we'll come at the and of 3. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3, and 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 very good. Okay, now something very interesting is that music has patterns. Sometimes the patterns involve notes, and sometimes the patterns involve rhythms. Now in this song, we see a rhythmic pattern that happens again and again. Let's take a look at it. We see the 8th notes followed by a dotted quarter and then an 8th note. So this pattern, 1 and 2, 3, and 1 and 2, 3, and. We're going to see that over and over. So look, we see it here, we see it there. Look, same pattern. Okay, this one is not it, but this one is, right? So we keep seeing that all over the place. Look, we're going to see 2 8ths, dotted quarter, and an 8th note. And we're going to keep seeing that. Okay, so throughout this song, we're seeing that pattern. All right, so I'm going to play and count the right hand, but I'm not going to point, so follow along with your eyes, and I will count off 1 and 2 and come in on the and of 3. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3, I'll come in on the and of 3. 1 and 2 and 3, and 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 1 good job, everybody. All right, now it's time to play our left hand. So I'm going to count and play the left hand, and you're gonna follow along with your eyes, and I'll count off 3, and we'll come in right here, okay? So we're gonna start on our one finger on the E. 1 and 2 and 3, and 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 all right, good job. Okay, now on this page you probably noticed this fermata, right? So when we get there, we're gonna play the fermata and hold that out a little bit longer, play it artistically. But when we're counting, sometimes I leave it out just so that we can make counting easier, because we're still gonna have the same number of counts in that measure. Just that you're gonna play it a little longer as per that fermata. And if you have the book, let's go ahead and write in the beats under each measure of this song. All right, so we're gonna learn our right hand, counting and playing, and we're gonna learn our left hand, counting and playing. Then we're gonna put the 2 hands together. Then you're gonna learn the lyrics and sing while you play both hands. And then you'll learn the solfege and sing that while you play both hands. And now I'll give you some tips. All right, so let's look at the right hand. Starts on the 1 finger on the B. Okay, so that's 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, back down to 3. Okay, so that all fits pretty naturally. Oh, I'm gonna play 2 there. So that I can stretch a little. So 1, 2, 5, 4. And you know what? I'm gonna write that down because I might forget later. I'm gonna put 2 right there. Okay, so 1, 2, 5, 4, 4, 3. Okay, I'll do it again. And this is the same pattern, right? So I'm going to go ahead and remind myself that I like 3 right there. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3. Okay, that all fits pretty naturally. Okay, now we're going to jump our finger up to the G sharp with our 3rd finger, because here we had 1, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3, and we ended on that E. But we're just going to pick up our finger and go to the G sharp. Okay, then we could go to the B with our 5 finger pretty easily. Okay, back down to G sharp, then F sharp with our 2. Good. This is all pretty easy here. That's our 3rd finger. 2, 3, 5. Okay, everything fits the same. And then I'll play 3 again here, up to 5, and then down to 3 again. Okay, now I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, and then I ran out of fingers, so I got to cross over my 3rd finger for that C sharp, and then let's play 1 and 2. Okay, good. And then you can hold that for as long as you feel is artistic, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick up my finger and play 1 there. Okay, so here it says 1 already, so you could play 2 here if you want, or you can go ahead and pick up 1 right there. And then this is that same pattern as before. So 1, 3, 5. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down because I'm going to forget. I'll put a 3 right there. So 1, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3, and then 2. It's written in for you. 2, 1, 3, 5, 4, 4, and then 3. Aha! And then notice that E is going to be held all through the rest of this song, right? So you're going to hold that E, and then in the next measure, you play the C sharp with your 2 finger. And then in the next measure, you're going to play the B with your 1 finger. But with that E held down the whole time, right? So F sharp, E, and then the C sharp together, and then the B together. Okay, very good. All right, now for the left hand, we're going to start on the E there with our 1 finger. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's pretty natural. 1. Okay, straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll come up with my 1 finger. Okay. And then it wants you to play the E with your 5 finger. So tiny scrunch. So I'm going to play the 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay, let's go down here. And then go ahead and just lift, come down to the B with your 5 finger. And then 3, 2, so that you can play 1. So 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3. And then a little stretch up to the B. 1. And then you can play 2. And then I'm going to jump down. 5, 3. Okay. Oh, if you actually, I played 1 and then I came down to 2 here. Okay. If you like, you can just lift your finger from the B down to the A. So you can go B, 1 finger, and then down to 1 again. Or you can do like I did, 1, and then down to 2. Either way, you're going to jump down, right? So it's up to you. Whatever's easiest for your fingers, you go ahead and then maybe notate it so you can remember it for later. All right, now going to this measure. Remember here we did 5 and 3. So there's going to be a tiny scrunch here to go to the D sharp with your 1 finger. Okay, so from the C sharp to the D sharp, here we go. And then I'll just come down 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just lift your hand and play the G sharp. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay, that's one option. Now we want to end up with our 3 finger on that G sharp, right? So that we can end with our 5 finger on that E and then jump up to 1. So another way to get there would be to play 1, 2, and then cross under your 1 finger, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the other option, and then up to that E again. So you could play just like we did, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, or 3, 4, 5, 1. Or, like I did it earlier, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just lift your finger, 3, 4, 5. So whatever is easiest for you, you do. Let's keep moving here. We have that G sharp. I'm going to play 5, and I'll play 2 and 1. So I'll play 5, 2, 1. It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's easiest for me there. So 5, 2, 1, and then I'll do 5, 2, 1. Okay, good. How about that one? I also like 5, 2, 1 for all of these. And then how about this? 5, 2, 1. Yep, so far all 5, 2, 1 here. Now, one option for the fingering here is 1, 2, and then I'm going to swing my 1 finger under, okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, and then I'll play my 3rd finger here on that A, and then I can play this 1, 5 pretty easily, right? So if I play 1, 2, cross under 1, 3, and then 1 and 5. I like that option. That's one option. Another way you could do it would be to play 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, and then just jump to this chord. So 1, 2, 3, 5, So that's another option. Whatever's easiest for you, you do. Now remember, you're gonna hold that fermata, make it artistic, and then you will go to this B, 1, 5, ooh, octaves, right? 1, 1, or 5, 1, 5, and then let's jump down to that E. I'm gonna play 5 finger, I'll play 3 finger on the G sharp, and then up to E. Okay, good. 5, 3, 1, okay. If something else feels better for you, go ahead and write that in, but I like 5, 3, 1, and then I'll have B, octave again, right? 5, 1, okay, and now they wrote it in for you. They want to play D sharp and F sharp, 5 and 3, and then we're gonna play E and G sharp, 4 and 2. Okay, you see that? Ah, makes it nice and smooth. Okay, now notice you're gonna play this bottom E all the way through over the rest of the measures, but the top note changes, right? So it goes 4 and 2, and then it's gonna go up to the A with your 1 finger, and then back down to that G sharp with your 2 finger, but holding down that 4th finger on the E the whole time. Cool, huh? All right, good job, everyone. Now I see a note. Write the intervals under the 2 note chords in both clefs of the last system of this song. Okay, so in this entire last system. All right, let's do it. So what do we have here? What kind of intervals? Here's one. That's a third, right? Okay, how about that? That's another third. Okay, any more intervals? Here's a third. Okay, now what about that one? That one is a 4th. And then here we have a third. How about up here? That's a 4th as well, right? All right, very good, my friends. Let's take a look at some of the dynamics. So the song starts out mezzo piano, medium soft, right? And then as we go through, look, I love these marks. So we have a crescendo, diminuendo, or crescendo, decrescendo, meaning in that measure, they kind of want it to swell up a little and come back down, right? Because you see it going up and coming back down. They're kind of following that line like you'd be singing, right? That's kind of fun. And then, ooh, here they want it to be mezzo forte. So it's going to be a little louder, right? Medium loud. We're going to change the melody a little there, right? So then we keep going. Aha. And then I see a diminuendo or a decrescendo where it gets softer. And then we're going to hold that fermata for a little while. Then we see this crescendo, decrescendo again, right? The crescendo, diminuendo. And we have that same shape. We have that swelling up and then coming back down. So they're probably following that vocal line. I love that. And then back to piano. We're going to play soft now. Okay. And then a little bit of crescendo, right? We're going to do that in the ascending line again, so a little bit of crescendo, and then we're going to diminuendo or decrescendo all through the rest of the song. Okay? Very good. So today we learned how can I keep from singing? And really, how can I keep from singing? And you should sing too. So keep practicing all your songs, sing while you play, and memorize everything. Prestissima out.